Welcome to 10-Yard Fight. This is a new series I'm starting called Every NES Game, where I'm making the entirely reasonable decision to play a bit, at least, of every single North American released NES game released during the NES's run from 1985 through 1994. This is a good idea. This is not actually gameplay, by the way. This is just the demo. Games used to have that. Leave the screen on the title screen long enough, it just starts showing gameplay. Good times. Now before I actually go into this game specifically, which as you can tell is what the Americans call football, apparently, game.
It's not football. I am contractually obligated, if I want to keep my British citizenship, to point out that this is not football.
Yeah.
Otherwise they will deport me.
So I literally goddamn, I just realized. No, I already did gameplay because I skipped the video. Goddamn, why do I not remember my own edits?
I do not know.
Okay, but regardless, before we get into the complicated gameplay of an NES, American is what, and this is what an American would call a football game. Yeah, I'm doing literally every single NES game. Just a single video for every single NES game that fits the specific criteria. Not doing Japanese or European-only games. European-only NES games do exist, I know. Because that would make it even longer, and that's not necessary.
I'm not sure how much video you need to get to the heart of this game.
No. Well, one of the reasons this is the first video is why this one is not too short. And also, more importantly, I'd like to leave it to you. What do you think is going on?
I think some tiny men are running up and down a ruler and occasionally trying to flash each other out of existence. I don't know.
Well, a lot of times I'll try to have the first time I ever record or play the game, if I haven't played the game, that is, shown on screen. This is I believe the second time I played this. I did a little practice run before. And let me just say, even though I know this game, this sport, I was very confused playing this the first time.
Like, are you just controlling one dude, or are you moving several dudes, or... you're controlling the one who has the black shirt, right?
No, I'm part of the blue team.
Oh, okay. Been looking at the wrong people. I think I just kind of assumed, because the camera seemed to be backing onto the orange ones, that was the ones you were controlling.
That would make sense, but no. Anyway, they got a touchdown, which is football terminology, I know.
I was about to say, oh, so you're actually losing then.
Yes.
I don't know if that's meant to be either side of the star on the top. Are like cowboy logos or something?
I don't know, it just seems like generic, public domain worthy sports symbols. It's very odd. Thankfully, the audio doesn't seem to be quite as annoying as I thought it would be, so there's that. But still, wouldn't that get annoying after a while? That whistle noise? Or whatever it is. It sounds like some vague interpretation of the crowd. Anyway, I'll now explain what's actually going on in this weird, sport game that Americans like. So you start by running towards the field, surrounded by your, teammates. Though, unlike the actual sport, for some reason it's this weird box shape. As you head down the field.
Yeah, it is just kind of big, thin, and long.
Yeah.
I am not particularly familiar with hand egg, but I'm reasonably sure that is not what the field looks like.
It has some idea of what it is, at least, but...
It's green.
It has the numbers. So, basically, after our initial segment of running down the field as fast as we can, we end up in formation, do our little plays and whatnot, trying to get the ball as far forward on this field as possible. And as you can see, it went from first to second on the right side. We have basically 4 tries to get 10 yards further than the last place we've been. We can slowly move up a little bit, I believe. Or we could just have the pass intercepted, and thus now it's their turn. Now, if the player, or you, or, the computer, runs to the edges, then that automatically ends the play there. The idea is you want to, currently as the defense, I suppose, the blue team here, and as the white guy there, I want to tackle into them before they can get 10 yards further. If they get 10 yards further, they get 4 more chances. And it repeats until either we get the ball again or they get a touchdown. But I think they got too far this time. So now they have more chances. Yeah, first down. Now, if you press B or A, you can decide whether there's like the B and A buttons up here on the screen, and it lets you decide well, one of 2 guys you can actually play as on the field, as the defense. See, B, A.
Okay, I was wondering what the letters flashing over the dudes' heads meant. I wasn't sure if it was like some kind of control direction or something. This is the other thing I remember realizing about games this old, is that a lot of them don't have tutorials.
No tutorial.
But, you just had to actually read the instruction booklet before you started playing.
Yeah.
But also, I think especially because a lot of games are released digitally now, they can't be physically packaged with a tutorial, with an instruction booklet, so you just play the game.
Yeah. Now, I was able to stop them, but he immediately intercepted a pass I tried to do, so they got the ball, and now it's on their court again. And no matter what, I can't prevent myself from saying court, even though that's basketball terminology.
And running up and down the sports ball court.
Yes, let's call it that. Now, unfortunately, they end up getting more points. So now it's 0-13. And spoiler alert, it's going to be 14. As they kick the ball into the field goal.
Whee!
Which is a weird thing to try to replicate in an NES game.
This whole thing is a weird thing to try and replicate in an NES game.
And this is actually the weirdest part, is when you catch the ball, and look, they're in a box shape, and they're all just running this way. It's so silly. So the enemy team, as we'll call them, has to try to get to us and, just block everyone else it's like they're a shield, and they have to just slowly get rid of pieces of the shield.
Fight, 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 fight.
Now we're trying to run all the way to the end. It's not... Now, sometimes they'll try to grab you if they get close to you like that. So it's really weird, you have to, press the control pad back and forth to try to get away from them. But if they stay on you long enough, then it counts as them tackling you, essentially. Now, the unfortunate thing, even though it was on our side, that was the end of the first half. So now we have to kick it back to their side. I love the marching noise.
I actually can't hear a lot of the sound very well because it's so obnoxious. I had to turn it right down, otherwise I can't hear you talking.
I know, it's...
Yay, 8-bit sound.
Yeah. Now, eventually, I believe I'm able to get the ball and intercept it from them.
All the little dudes flashing in and out of existence every time they hurt each other is going to give me a migraine.
Yes. NES limitations indeed. What's worse is recording it, though. Because it doesn't record everything, so sometimes, characters will just disappear. Eventually, I'm able to actually get a touchdown.
Ooh.
Come on, get away from him. Oh, no.
No, you aren't.
I was so close.
You're literally on the line.
Jeez, how am I ever going to do it?
there were dudes standing on top. One of those guys was properly crouched on the fork thing that you kick the ball through.
I think it's called the field goal.
I will take your word for that.
Now, you have to actually... There's like a little arrow, blue arrow, you might notice. And that's where if you have to literally just press the control pad, like, is the arrow in front of it? Yes, then you kick it and you get 3 points.
Woo!
We're gonna get another one. Yes! Oh, are we on the best part? We might be. No, we have to kick it first. So you might notice that guy just slowly walking before the play starts. When you press A, that means that's where he'll be, and you can like pass it to him, or like he'll help block certain guys trying to tackle you.
Groovy.
Yeah, as you can tell, like that. Though you can just let him walk, and it somehow wastes time too. Unfortunately, time is up, but we got a tie. Oh. But we still lost somehow. Okay. The game is over. Go to the locker room.
And think about your shame. Okay, see, that's also an interesting change, because I know modern games, when you tie with the CPU, will pretty much as standard now give the win to you rather than the computer.
Or at least they'll do like sudden death or something. But nope, this one's just like, you tie, you lose.
The 80s, fuck you, we don't care if you feel good. We already have your money. There's no fucking DLC. We don't care if you live or die anymore.
By this recording, I ended up doing a lot better, as you might notice. I actually became reasonably good at this game.
Yeah, you're getting pretty good at the easiest mode in the game.
Okay, this...
I say this like I have any acumen myself with sports games, which I do not.
As soon as I thought of this, and because this is a sports game, I knew what I had to do.
When you slow it down, them flashing in and out of existence looks really disturbing.
Put the volume up.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yes! Yes! The whole series is worth it. It's so good.
This is such elegant music with such shitty visuals.
Yeah, it's art. This is art. This should be in a museum.
Someone sell it for 4 million quid. I'll take it over Tracy.
Yes! The greatest play, and I've gotten 30 plus points. It gets better. Wait for it. Now this guy has to walk to the other side. Off to this beautiful music.
Is there any reason this is specifically called 10-yard fight, by the way?
Well, yes, because you have to reach 10 yards consistently.
And then you fight? I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was ice hockey that was famous for everybody fighting each other.
Well, I guess. Fight just sounded cool.
Fair enough.
This is so good.
And away the ball neumes off to its home planet.
Yes, exactly. I'm so happy. I don't care if I have to do 700 other games. It was all worth it for that. But I do have to show the rest of the game.
There's more to it than this?
Well, in the sense that the game's not over, see? There's still time left.
I think it's all over.
I don't have to show more of the game. I have to show more of the game. That's not confusing. By the way, look how much time keeps going until the referee gets there. That's such a waste. You know, I think I might actually win this one. You think 35-7 is a good enough lead?
I think that is a reasonable lead.
Then you're on your way to the Super Bowl, and then, after that, you go on to the next difficulty. The first difficulty is high school football, the next one is college. I'm not going to be showing that. It's just going to slowly end. And there we go.
We don't get to go to the Super Bowl and
No.
watch digital adverts and halftime shows. Like,
No.
I'm genuinely unsure if there's any actual sports involved at the Super Bowl. It just seems to be really expensive adverts and Beyonce, as far as I know.
And Coldplay for some reason.
Okay.
Okay.
When Coldplay appears in anything, it's kind of Coldplay for some reason.
Yes. I think that's been the world's response for the past, 5 years. Oh, Coldplay. Anyway, that certainly was a game. Based on a sport.
Yep, that happened.
Honestly, all joking aside, it's actually not that bad for what it is. It's reasonably fun to get into. Even though it's super easy to exploit at some point. Basically, once I knew how to exploit certain things, and how the enemy would run, it was really easy to win. From what I gathered, it's clearly... the difficulty does ramp up. Though it is amusing that there's not even teams. It's just you have 5 difficulty levels, and then you win the Super Bowl.
Yay! It's simple.
It's a video game. NES!
Yep, that is 1983 for you. Going by the credits at the beginning.
Well, it's probably not actually 1983. I would assume it was either ported from something, or that's from the original, Famicom release back in Japan.
Yeah, okay, it said 1983, 1985, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing the North American release was
That's interesting, because both it and the next game, I'm pretty sure are, very early NES games, too. So that's pretty good timing. Oh, and one last thing. The next game is going to be 1942. It should be pointed out that there are other games with numbers in the title, in which the number is a smaller number than 1942. I did not go by numerical order for the actual numbered. The games with numbers in their beginning their titles. I instead just went pure digit. The ones that begin with 1 started, and then the ones that begin with numbers that are bigger than 1, say, an 8, will be after anything that begins with a 1. I'm not even sure if that's right, but I'm doing it that way. Why not?
It's your channel, your videos.
Yes. So, thank you, Monica, for this video.
It was an experience?
Sure.
I'm not sure what I just watched, but it was colorful. Pretty lights.
Next time we'll be going on to 1942.
In this case, I do think I actually know what it's about.
Candles.
Totally.
See you next time.